Okay, welcome to again another quick video. This time what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at what it takes to resolve a force, so this force at an angle, what it takes to split it up into its horizontal and vertical components. So it's a sort of follow on from what we did earlier from labelling force systems up with positives and negatives. Now to actually work out what's going on in a horizontal direction and a vertical direction, we need to use our old mate trigonometry. Okay, now I've actually put the formulas up here for us, so as we can see here, the FH to represent force horizontal and FV to represent force vertical. Okay, now as you can see for the horizontal we're going to use cos, and the reason we're using cos here, as you can see, the old car of the soccer tour, is because we're looking for the adjacent dimension. So adjacent being this distance here, which is obviously the horizontal axis. The hypotenuse, which is what we've got the force acting here. We already know that dimension, we know the magnitude of that, and it's 85. So there, we're going to use cos for horizontal and sine for vertical. Again, we're using sine for vertical because we've got the opposite is what we're trying to calculate, and we've got the hypotenuse, which is this 85 Newton force that we can see. Okay, so we're going to split forces up into horizontal and vertical components using our basic trigonometry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to lay the calculation out nice and easy. Alright, now we've only got one force, so it's relatively simple and straightforward. It's going to get more complicated when we start adding additional forces in there. But to actually calculate the horizontal component of this system, what we're going to do is we're going to take the force, which is 85, and we're going to take cos, and then we're going to multiply that by 45, and that's going to give us an answer for the horizontal component. Now you can pop that into your calculator while I pop it into mine. So we're going to have 85 cos 45 equals our ESD button, and I will get a horizontal component of 60.1 newtons, and that's to 3 significant figures. Okay, for our vertical component, what we're going to do is we're going to take our force, so FA equals the force. Now the force this time is the same as the one that we used horizontally, and you'll notice here the only thing that I'm actually going to change is the trigonometry function from cos to sine. The angle is going to remain the same as well. Alright, so again I'll give you a sec to pop in your calculator while I stick it into mine. And we'll see we've got a force of 60.1 newtons to 3 significant figures. Alright, now why have we got the same force horizontally as we've got vertically? That's right, it's because of this 45-degree angle here. It would make sense that if this angle is 45, that the horizontal component is going to be the same as the vertical component. Well, that's not always going to be the case. If that's anything other than 45 degrees, then these answers are going to be very different. Alright, now what we haven't done here is we haven't actually labelled these forces up with positive and negative. So if we go back to our previous video, forces that are coming along the horizontal axis to the right are positive, and forces that are going vertically up are also positive. So if we wanted to make this answer a little bit more user friendly for future reference, then we just pop a positive onto those. Okay, so positive horizontally and positive negatively, and that's not always going to be the case, but for this example it is. Next video, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at adding a second force in here. So for example, I've got a force coming away a different direction. We'll still be using our trigonometry, but we'll also be revisiting and have a little look at Pythagoras' theorem and seeing how that fits into resolving forces and turning them into values that we can use to calculate additional information on. Okay, so a quick introduction on what trigonometry functions we're going to use for splitting up into horizontal and vertical components. So thanks for watching, and any problems, give me a shout.